Well, Mary-Ann Ruhsson is a technology journalist and joins us live from here in London. Mary-Ann, thank you very much for your time. What are the main concerns for under 16s accessing social media? And what's your view? Is this a good move? Should social media be banned for under 16s?
Yeah, so okay, I'll start with just going on about first of all, is it a good idea and what are the concerns? So, is it a good idea? Yes, I am so pleased that they're looking to ban this. My hope is that social media will be banned for all under 18s around the world, and I do think that will eventually come, maybe not under 18s, but definitely under 16s. The harms of social media have been well documented. I'm sure it's not, news to you. The huge amounts of mental health impacts, huge amounts of issues with children being bullied at school, and then translating and coming into the home and going onto the internet. At least half of children in the UK say they've been cyberbullied. Lots of issues with body image for young people, teens, tweens, young people and young adults, and also issues with criminal grooming behavior by older children, older teenagers, and adults. So there's a lot of good really to come from banning it.
And in your capacity, Mary-Ann, as a technology journalist and somewhat of a technology expert, I'd understand, will a ban work? Because Pedro Sanchez has said that platforms will be required to implement effective age verification systems. How could this be implemented in practical terms?
So in practical terms, you would need, it'll be very similar to what's happening with the adult industry now. If you want to access social media and basically claim that you are over 16, you're going to have to provide documentation to prove that. So will be a form of government ID. So the idea is that if you look at the government ID that we have now, and also if you look at the biometric ID checking systems that are available, it's impossible to sort of cheat them. That I've seen, they require biometric data, and they also require you, when you do them, is an app or it's an online website. You have to scan in your passport or your ID document. Then you also need to appear on a web camera or your device camera, and you need to turn your head to the left or to the right so they can scan the entirety of your face, because your biometrics, your facial data, it's unique. There's no one in the world who has the same as you. Even, I believe, with identical twins, there's still some differences.
No, Mary-Ann, Spain is following in the footsteps of Australia, like I said, and is joining a growing chorus of European countries hardening their approach to restricting children online. Musk has slammed Spain's Prime Minister as, quote, a tyrant and a traitor over this social media ban. Can the tech giants do anything to stop these bans? And how far do you foresee these bans going? Because we also have to take into consideration the parental responsibility, because so many children appear on, for example, Instagram pages of their parents, don't they?
Yes, that's a huge concern that is being raised now. Some of the earliest child influencers, so they were children who their parents started up YouTube channels, very innocent ones, just showing them playing with toys or interacting with other young people. And some of these parents even grouped together and became sort of mega influencers and sort of booked a house in LA and had these children together playing and making content. There's quite a famous documentary on Netflix about this, but some of these children have grown up, and obviously they've been exploited their whole lives, being used as basically, I suppose, like child actors in Hollywood, and they're not happy because every aspect of their lives has been revealed to the public without their consent. And at the moment, there's no legislation in the world that protects in this situation. There is no way for a judge to prosecute a parent and say, you shouldn't have done this. There are no laws at all. about whether you can put your children on a YouTube channel, on social media. So really, I've long felt, and especially after reading the accounts of some of these adult, surviving former child influencers, I do actually think there's going to be a lot to be said in future about protecting the rights of young people and children. So because people don't have a choice in, people should have a choice in what job they want to do. And some jobs in the world require you not to ever be on social media, and you would be precluded from that. And there's also lots of judgments people can make about you, which are unfair. Can the
Mary-Ann,
tech
we're going to
giants
have
do
to
anything to
leave it
stop
there.
it?
Apologies,
That's
we
all
are
right.
actually going to have to leave it there, but thank you very much. A very interesting conversation there. Thank you very much, Mary-Ann Ruhsson.